Now, very often we see Brahmari and then also Kapalbhati being done regularly in most of the practices. What sort of an impact does it have on us? Especially when you do Kapalbhati or Brahmari.
So Kapalbhati is again energizing.
Okay.
Okay. It opens up your respiratory tract.
Okay.
Okay. And it generates heat. So your toxins are thrown out.
Okay.
And your metabolism is all impacted.
Correct.
Okay. So it's for that.
Okay.
Okay. Brahmari is another practice which is good for children because when you do that humming sound, you get vibrations here around your head region.
Okay.
So again, it's impacting your nervous system, improving the blood circulation. That will calm you down. Okay. So these are the practices which we
can you show me a practice of Brahmari as well?
Yeah, definitely. So this Brahmari practice can really calm you down.
Okay.
Okay, and relax you. The functioning of your nervous system, your brains, your thought process, your focusing gets improved.
Oh.
So how we do it? So we take this thumb at the tip of the ears like this, lightly placed. Don't do it very hard. And this index finger goes on your eyelids.
Yeah.
Middle finger around the nose, ring finger above the upper lip, little finger below the lower lip. You have to sit straight, spine tall, and you breathe in through the nose and start humming. So when you're doing this, your outside noise is cut off because you're just pressing this.
Correct.
And the sound that we're humming, it's like circulating around your head region. So there's vibrations happening. So you have to focus on that vibrations.
Okay.
So when you focus on it, it properly impacts you.
Okay.
Okay, and that will really help you calm down and all the other impacts which are there.
Oh, beautiful. Fantastic. It's really fantastic.
So how much time does it take?
I know.
One breathing through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, one that and one this.
Correct.
I think this is
What
good
about
enough.
Kapalbhati when we do?
Actually, for children, since we are addressing the stress, even if we don't do Kapalbhati, is
Fair
fine.
enough. Now, one more question that which boggles my mind is, today the studies have become very stressful.
Yeah.
And especially during the exam time, you hear of children not performing well or getting blackouts and not knowing. And do you suggest any kind of practice before their board exam?
Yeah.
See, when the child is during the board exam, it's a different story. But before the preparatory stage, wherein she's so stressed out or he's so stressed out, how do you think we can calm them down? Because why I'm asking this question is, I find that the children really go blackout.
Yeah.
Or they don't want to study further, or they jump out of the window. All these things are happening, which is unheard of in our time. Okay. So how do you think, what sort of a yoga can help them at that crucial point? This is okay for a regular student. Yeah, I'm going to the paper. I'm going through a paper, and the first question itself is, I'm clean bowled, I don't understand anything. Immediately there is a rush of adrenaline in my head, and thereafter I'm blank. And in this sort of a situation, what should the child do?
Right. That's a good question. So the thing is, firstly, see, like 10th is not the end all.
I understand. I fully understand.
Okay. Like, so you would agree that it is actually the parental pressure.
Correct.
Because of which the kid also gets flustered.
Correct.
Oh, what will happen if I don't perform or whatever. Okay, so we can cut out on that if it is possible.
Correct.
Okay, firstly. Secondly, we can do yoga practices. In fact, one of the tuition teachers around, one lady approached me few years back because she was also seeing these symptoms within the children. So they were getting anxious, how it will be, will I be able to retain whatever I'm studying?
Correct.
So she invited me and she told me, can you please help these children?
Correct.
So I did a session with them.
Oh, fantastic.
I mean, not one, I did a couple of them till their
ready for their
exams started. And I was really surprised. They were very forthcoming. In the sense, they were interested. I thought, maybe like one day they'll come and they'll get bored and they'll not come the other day. But no, I was happily surprised that each and every day these kids came. And we did it in the garden.
Oh.
In the open air, and that was another, pleasant thing.
Adding on to it with the nature.
So they were very serious. They were very dedicated. They used to come.
But that is what I find with this younger generation. They are more focused than you and I do.
Yeah, so I was pleasantly surprised. So they came, we did it every day, and they really felt the change.
Oh, good.
They were much calmer. Okay, and before their exams, they felt like, okay, we can take it.
Correct.
There's no need to get hassled
Flustered
or
about it.
anything.
Yes,
So it was helpful for them.
very good. Very good.
But the only thing is, like, after that, they couldn't continue it because, again,
Pressure of studies.
they have to go and do some further
I
things.
understand.
So the time-bound constraint is there. So if it is introduced in school,
At a young age.
in the school itself, so they don't really have
That's
to
a separate time for that. Becomes a part and parcel of their life, actually.
Yes.
Now, if the child is facing the question paper, as I said, if there is a tough question and he's not able to recollect, probably that could be the biggest, kind
I
of a
know.
fear that comes in.
Yeah.
At that point of time, at that very moment, what is the breathing technique that you will suggest?
As simple as that. It's like breathe in, breathe out, long breathe out. Couple of this,
Will settle the mind down. That's it.
that's it.
That's it. So he can do it even in the exam hall. He can really do it. It's only a matter of
Anytime,
just
yeah.
a kind of
Just
taking
give
time.
yourself few seconds. You'll just open up your mind.
Okay.
Only that much is true.
If this is so very important in life, why is it that we are not taking so much into the daily life about with yoga with our children?
That's another good question. Because I'll tell you,
Is it a myth?
people have not explored this part.
But
You know, Usha, this is such a, it's in our
culture.
This part is there in our culture. And sadly, we are not exploring it.
Okay.
And we are looking at different options around.
I fully understand where you're ventilating hyper rather than calming your mind down.
You know, the
You're
techniques,
very jumping around all the time, and then you're
the techniques are there in your hands. It's you. You are there, you are present. Your breath is your own breath.
I know. You don't have to invest anything.
Use it.
You don't have to use it. I know.
Use it properly.
I know.
It is as simple as that. That's the thing. People have not explored the
Part of
healing techniques of pranayama.
Okay.
So we are more like physical, outwardly
I like
how you
that.
need
Yes,
to look,
yeah.
how
Yeah.
you need to feel and all
Yes.
that. But divinity is within you. You
Energy is within
explore
you.
it
That is-
yourself.
Yes.
It is within you. You have to just bring it out.
Bring it out. Okay. Okay.
So it's not rocket science.
It's not.
It is simple techniques. You just, and you need to believe.
Correct.
And you know what? There are techniques in yoga wherein, like, which are called mudras.
Okay.
Now this mudra, this will help. It's called as Gyan mudra.
I know.
Okay, so even small children can do this, but they will not do it because they cannot sit like this.
Correct.
So there's another technique what you can do. While they are sleeping, you just tape this up.
Oh, that's a nice.
Just tape it up.
Yeah.
So why like this? So it's forming a circuit within our body.
Correct.
How is electricity flowing?
Correct.
It forms a circuit.
Correct.
When you put on a switch, whatever that action happens.
Correct.
So this is our circuit within our body. These two are connected and some energy flows. And continuously doing it, you will reap the benefits.
Amazing. I think there is also something for obesity. Am I right?
Yes.
Which you used to say it in the class.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Because today that's one of the problem that everybody is facing.
You have to follow it.
I know.
Your ring finger
Ah,
placed at the base of the thumb.
yeah. This way?
Yeah, this way. And you place it here. Now see, if you have time, you can just sit at home and concentrate. So this will help you in, reduce your weight. How? It's not magic. There's a science.
Okay.
So this is, so each finger of ours is the Panch Mahabhuta, like water, air, space, fire, earth.
Yeah.
So press and hold, and wherever you go, while you're traveling or not doing anything, you just hold this, and this helps you improve your metabolism.
Okay.
There are so many more practices like that we can do.
Oh.
So this is a small one which we can start with. But there are a lot of mudras which will help in, your cervical, your thyroid, your anger is also there.
Okay. That's the thing, yeah. The
That is
plate is
simple.
full, but you don't want to eat it.
But we don't believe in it.
That's
How can it be possible?
How's it?
It's as simple as that. You know, I'll tell you just one example. One lady, she was my US client. So Monday, she told me that, Geeta, I'm having a bad neck pain because of some things that she did. So she got a bad neck pain. She went to her chiropractor or somebody. And for that moment, it got cured. But again, it came back like after some time. So I just told, like I told, again, I tell everybody. So I suggested some mudras to her. And surprisingly, she followed it. See, that is important. I told her, I tell so many people, but they don't follow it. But she followed and it benefited her. She's saying that a week's practice or something like that, more than 50% she got cured.
Yeah.
And then further practices,
Absolutely.
it just cured her.
Absolutely.
It's her belief. She did it and she got the benefit.
Why go that far? I'm a standing example before Geeta. When I joined Geeta, I did not join Geeta just to learn yoga. I had a severe backache. So much so that I could not even bend and I could not even stretch myself, you know. So first thing I asked her, will you be able to cure my backache? She said, try it out. You try it. It's your body. You have to try it out. That's how I joined. Now, believe me or not, within that 1 year, I've been telling her also, within that 1 year, there is no backache for me. But the day when I don't do it, yes, or a couple of days, it shows its color then. So I think ever since then, this practice of coming to yoga has become a part of you.
Yeah.
If you don't do yoga, then you feel restless. At the end of the day, you feel that you've lost out on something.
So
It's
that's
been
not a problem.
amazing conversation. I can go on and on and on and on with Geeta. It's a pleasure to be with her, and the kind of dedication with which she does. How many years since you have been doing it in Hiranandani, Geeta?
10 years.
10 years. I think there is not a soul who don't know her. That's how it is. And most of the Hiranandanians go to Geeta for the yoga. So I grabbed this opportunity in interviewing her today. And it's my pleasure to be with you, Geeta. It's a pleasure.
Thank you
Amazing
so
pleasure.
much.